Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with your host Antonio Jackson here. Today we'll be talking about computer mouses and how they work. So we're gonna be talking about ball style mouses. Then we're gonna be talking about optical mouses. Then we're just gonna be talking a little bit, we're gonna be talking some more about them. And let's just get started. So basically, they were the first mouse was made of wood and designed over 4 decades ago in 1961. So, by the way, we're talking about a computer mouse here, the one that I'm using right now. It basically what it does, it's a thing like the most basic explanation or definition is you roll it across a surface that's mostly reflective, or like it just depends on the mouse. And basically the mouse pointer or whatever it's supposed to do on your computer moves. So it moves with the mouse, if you move the mouse down, the arrow moves down. If you move it to the left, the arrow moves to the left. It's configured to the motion of the mouse. So basically, we're gonna start with a ball style mouse, computer mouse first. And by the way, while I'm talking about these, the computer mouse, the picture is gonna be on the screen. So let's just get started. So basically, a traditional mouse has a rubber ball inside them, and you can see the ball, and there's a spring that keeps it in motion. Basically, so looking at the picture with me, I know this isn't kind of a podcast, but it is, but you have to look. But basically, the number one, the picture is a switch that detects clicks of left mouse button. So by the way, they also have a left and right button, and normally they have a roller in the middle that you roll that can scroll up and down the screen, or you can click it for extra features, but it just depends on your mouse. So there's a switch for the middle button, which is number 2 on the picture. For number 3, there's a switch for the right button. Number 4, there's an old style connection to PS2 socket on computer. Number 5, there's a chip that turns back and forth analog mouse movements into numeric, that's digital, signals computers can understand. So number 6 is the axis wheel turns when you move the mouse left and right. Number 7 is the y-axis wheel, which turns when you move the mouse up and down. Number 8 is the heavy rubber wheel. Number 9 is the spring presses rubber ball firmly against X and Y axis wheels so they register movement properly. 10, electric capacitor. 11 is some resistors. So basically, how a ball computer works is it as you move it across your desk, the ball rolls under its own weight and pushes against the 2 plastic rollers linked to thin wheels numbered 6 and 7 in the photo that you see right now. One of the wheels detects movements in an up and down direction, like the y-axis on a graph or a chart paper. The other detects side-to-side movements like the x-axis on the graph paper. So basically, when it turns, if you turn it up or down, only one axis will detect that, and it will move. The wheel would move, and if you move side to side, only the other axis will detect it, and it will send it to the computer. So that's basically that. By the way, it also breaks a light beam, which there's a light detector and a light emitter. So that's for the how a ball computer mouse works. How an optical mouse works, which is the one that you probably know about, or the one with the light, or some of them have invisible lights now. Is there's a photo. By the way, there's a new picture up on your screen, so check it out. There's a photocell light detector, a light emitting diode (LED), and how an optical mouse works is it's in a completely different way. It shines a bright light down onto your desk from a LED, which bounces back up to a photocell, which which is from a short distance from the LED. The photocell has a lens in front of it that magnifies the reflected light so the mouse can respond more precisely to your hand movements. As you push the mouse around your desk, the pattern of reflected light changes, and the chip inside the mouse uses this to figure out how you're moving your hand. Some optical mice have two LEDs. The first one shines down onto the desk. The light from that is picked up by the photocell. The second LED light is a red plastic strip along the back of the mouse so you can see it's working. Most optical mouses have wheels at the front so you can scroll pages on screens much faster. You can click the wheel too, so it functions like the third center button on a conventional ball mouse. Okay, check it out. There's a new picture on your screen inside an optical computer mouse. By the way, there's much more high tech in a optical one than just a ball one. So it's entirely electronic. It almost has no moving parts. So here's what's inside. Number one, an LED at the back generates red light and shines it horizontally from the back of the mouse toward the front from the left to the right of this photo. A plastic light guides channels the light from let me restart that. Number two, a plastic light guide channels from the light from the LED at an angle down onto the desk. 3. A light detector chip measures the light reflected back up from the desk, converting the analog movements of your hand into digital signals that can be sent to your computer. The scroll wheel at the front of the mouse mounted on a switch mechanism, which is number 4, this is number 4, that detects both how much is rotated, whether you have pressed it. It functions like the central button of the conventional mouse. It rotates of the scroll wheel, which can be detected in a variety of different ways. Some mice use potentiometers, similar to the volume control on a radio, but able to turn around multiple times. Others use various kinds of rotary switches or optical rotary encoders to convert analog wheel movements to digital signals. 5. A micro switch detects when you press the right mouse button. There's an identical switch on the other side to detect the left mouse button. Number 6. The USB connection carries digital information from the mouse to your computer. So basically, this is how it works. And a wireless mouse, I guess basically it sends data to your computer using a wireless connection, typically Bluetooth instead of a USB cable. USB doesn't only carry data, it also provides the power for a small plug-in device like your mouse, your computer mouse. Without that power, wireless mouse obviously need one or more batteries, which adds a hidden running cost, and therefore slightly heavier than wired ones. Not that that matters much when they're on your desk. So basically, they can be a battery hog for Bluetooth connections, and you might find yourself replacing your mouse battery more often than you like to. Every couple of months seems typical, depending on how much you use your computer or your mouse. I think there's one that there's some that's rechargeable. If you're using rechargeables, it might fall into once a week, or some might boost battery life of 12 to 24 months, a year to 2 years. Wow, that is awesome. If you use your computer constantly, what will you do if your mouse batteries suddenly run flat? Well, your rechargeable, you can recharge it, of course. And there's I'm pretty sure there's an indicator on your mouse somewhere. Mine shines a red light instead of a green, and that's pretty much it. So hours of life. If it's a 750 milliamp battery, well, in your mouse, then I guess that's for your mouse. But for that, basically, you get 35 hours of use, and if you get 1300 milliamps of battery capacity, you get 45 hours of use. If you get 2500 milliamps, you get 85 hours of use. So basically who invented the computer mouse. It was Douglas Engelbart Douglas Engelbart. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he was born in 1925 and died in 2013. He invented the computer mouse. So, if you want to read more about this, the website that I use for this will be down in the description. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Like, share, comment, hit that notification button down by the subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, check that eye in the top right corner. And also check out my website, which is also in the link in the description. So, I hope you learned something new in this video that you didn't know before. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.